Hi everyone, welcome to today's class. I hope you're all doing fine. So, as you can see, and you already know, we will be covering the monthly newsletter and the monthly news for October 2021. All right, so we have already done what? We have done November and December. So, today we'll be covering October. Okay. Hi everyone. Hi Zed. So we'll just wait for a minute as the participants are still joining in. So the protocol will be the same. First of all, we'll go through the class and we'll read as to whatever the important stuff is, and then we will try to pick out the questions and we will get onto a MCQ quiz. Okay. So just wait for some time, guys. Then we will start. Okay. All right. Okay, and today, we do not have a lot too much to cover. I don't know what was the reason, but there is not a lot of stuff that we can really take out from the October month. But the most important one were the Nobel prizes. Okay, so that we will be doing. But for that, I would again suggest that you remember a complete compendium was prepared for the Nobel prizes, and that was circulated. So just I would just suggest you go through that compendium. It's always better. And the quiz also, if I'm not wrong, the PDF of that quiz competition also that was there, that was conducted. So just go through that. Okay, isme some are covered but not all. So in a more like I would say in a detailed manner we have covered it there. Okay, so you better get it from there. Good evening, Ishwar. I think you have a habit of wishing me morning because of the Hindu quiz, but yeah. Okay, so just let's wait for one more minute, guys, then we'll start the quiz. Okay. All right. Yeah. Oh, okay, then good morning to you. All right. Good evening, Manshi. The strength today is, I don't know. I hope you all have had the notification on your groups. And so, guys, okay, I think, yeah, good evening, Pranika. Good evening. So I think I'll just start the session on a slower pace and then, we can have other participants join in later. All right. So here, guys, we are beginning with the monthly newsletter and the monthly updates, current affairs for October 2021. Okay. The movement of our, running through will be same. First, we'll go through the national news, then international. Then we will have science and technology, dates and personalities. And finally, we'll finish the quiz with geography and environment news. All right. So, let's see the first one, guys. It's for the national relevance. Okay. The national news. Okay. I am good, Ishwar, and I hope you guys are also like all of you are good as well. Okay. So this is the national news, guys. Let's begin with the first one. So it's Forbes India Rich List 2021. ठीक है, ये हमने एक बार, if I'm not wrong, we covered it in our the Hindu quiz as well. Directly, indirectly, I'm not sure, but we did. So the first one talks about the Forbes India Rich List 2021. Okay, so of course we know that Mukesh Ambani has topped. So basically, he has not only topped the Forbes India Rich List, he has topped it for the 14th consecutive time, right? From 2008 till now, he is the one who has been on number one in the Forbes India Rich List. Okay, so this is one thing that you have to remember, and that it is not for the first time or for second or third, like hat-trick or aisa kuch. It's for the 14th time. Okay. So this is important, and you can just see that for the second and third places we have Gautam Adani, and on third we have Shiv Nadar. Okay. So the second one, guys, for today is that India has officially joined the HAC. HAC is the High ambition, coalition for nature and people. Okay, now what you have to see is that HAC basically is when you have a high ambition. Okay, now high ambition is to basically bring together or to bring coalition between nature and people, that economy and ecology are struck into the right balance. Okay, so India has officially joined the HAC for nature and people. Now, one thing that we need to note here is that amongst the BRICS bloc, that is the BRICS nation, and you remember so many times we have done BRICS, B for Brazil, R for Russia, I for India, C for China, and S for South Africa. So amongst the BRICS nations, India is the first one of these major emerging economies to have joined the HAC for nature and people. Okay, this you have to remember, all right? So others have joined, but also India was the first one to join here. Okay, and one thing that you can just note here is 30 by 30. So इनका जो global goal है, it's called as 30 by 30. So it means to protect 30% of the world's land and ocean by 2030. ठीक है, तो 30.
बंद हो रहा होगा साहब.
Sorry. Guys, please make sure that you have muted. I'm muting you all. Okay, it took me by surprise. Okay, so India is the first BRICS bloc amongst the BRICS bloc. Okay, and by 30 by 30, they mean that we will be protecting 30% of the world's land and ocean by 2030. So 30% and by 2030. Okay, so let's see the next one, guys. Here. So the Department of Ex-Servicemen, it has actually taken the electronic pension payment order. Now, the more important thing that we need to note here is Digi Locker. Now, I would like to, any one of you to tell me in the chat box that Digi Locker that we are seeing over here, it is an initiative under what? Okay. All right. Can anyone tell me? DigiLock, very good. Very good. Yes, Tarun, Zaid, Manshi. As in, yes, it is government Manshi, but exactly it is a Digital India. So, हमारा जो ये program है ना, पूरा Digital India program, उसके under one of the tenets of the Digital India is the Digi Locker. So, as the name itself is telling, Digi Locker would basically be what? It is actually a locker which is there in a digital space, like we have iCloud and all of this, Google Drive and all. So, जो digital space होता है, online space होता है, it is like that. And here we can keep all our documents, for example, our birth certificate, our, the mark sheets that we have, all these kinds of documents. So it will be like an online locker for these. Okay, so this is under the Digital India program that you should be knowing. Okay, so Digi Locker will be there. So ऐसा locker नहीं होगा जिसके आपके पास चाबी होगी जैसे बैंक में होता है. It's like a digital space. उसका password वगैरह होगा, and you can of course unlock it through your device. Okay. All right. Next one, the world's largest national flag was inaugurated in Leh in the Union Territory of Ladakh, and it is made up of khadi. ठीक है, तो ये आपको पता होना चाहिए. So the flag is about 225 feet long and 150 feet wide, and it weighs around 1400 kgs. ठीक है, so it is actually the world's largest national flag. So कहीं भी दुनिया का सबसे बड़ा national flag जो है, it has been inaugurated in Leh. ठीक है, and it is made up of khadi. तो ये पता होना चाहिए आपको. ठीक है. Chalo, let's move further. As I'm saying, there is not too much in this month's compendium, so it'll be a piece of cake for all of us. ठीक है? The next one, guys, is the Delhi government and देश के mentors. ठीक है? अब इसको आप याद कैसे रखोगे? देखो, देश के mentors पता होना चाहिए आपको. मेंटर किसको कहते हैं? A person who is like a guide to us. ठीक है? The person who navigates us a way of like doing something, that who teaches us the method of doing something, right? So देश के mentors is a program that has been launched by Delhi government. अब कैसे, अब सब ये ऐसे याद कर लो कि जो देश के सबसे बड़े leaders हैं वो कहाँ पे बैठते हैं? Where are they all? They are in Delhi, of course, because Delhi is the capital. Right, but please remember, it's not by the central government, it's by the Delhi government. ठीक है? So the Delhi government has launched देश के mentors program for schools across the city. ठीक है? And it will actually be guiding the students from 9th to 12th. Now, of course, you know that 9th से लेके 12th की जो time होता है, it's like they choose their stream, science, arts, or commerce, or which exams now they should opt for, what kind of colleges they can go for, career counseling and everything. So definitely they need more of guidance at this particular stage of time. So class 9th to 12th, they will be navigating their higher education as well as career path, and the initiative is called as Desh Ke Mentors. ठीक है? And it is by the Delhi government. Cool. The next one, guys, important one, that the central government has increased the upper limit of legal abortion to 24 weeks from earlier 20 weeks for women and minors who have suffered rape, incest or sexual assault, or those who have mental illness or disabilities. ठीक है? So earlier the legal time until which you could get, like you could as in a woman could get abortion done was 20 weeks. But if in case that woman has suffered rape, as in the pregnancy is a result of rape that might have been assaulted on that particular girl or woman, all right, ठीक है, any kind of incession has taken place or any kind of sexual assault, ठीक है, या फिर वो mental illness है उसको या फिर वो disable है, ठीक है, so it can also be further moved to 24 weeks, ठीक है. So this you have to remember that has been increased. तो ये आ सकता है that maybe that the central government has decreased the upper limit of legal abortion. So no, the government has increased the limit from 20 to 24 weeks. Cool. Okay, let's move further, guys. The Parambiculam Tiger Conservation Foundation has won the Earth Guardian Award, which was instituted by NatWest Group. ठीक है? So this one, the Parambiculam Tiger Conservation Foundation, is a non-profit organization under the Forest Department, which seeks to facilitate conservation of tiger and biodiversity in the Parambiculam Tiger Reserve. ठीक है? So this you have to remember. And किसको मिला है Guardian Award, Earth Guardian Award? It is this Parambiculam Tiger Conservation Foundation. Okay. चलो ये गाइस द नेम नेशनल पेमेंट्स कॉर्पोरेशन ऑफ इंडिया, बस इतना याद रखना कि हमारे जो भीम यूपीआई वगैरह है ना, ये यूनिफाइड पेमेंट्स इंटरफेस एंड एवरीथिंग, इट इज ऑल टेकन केयर ऑफ बाय द नेशनल पेमेंट्स कॉर्पोरेशन ऑफ इंडिया. ठीक है, तो थोड़ा इतना याद रखना. जो गवर्नमेंट के ऑनलाइन पेमेंट प्रोग्राम्स होते हैं ना, दे आर टेकन केयर ऑफ बाय एनपीसीआई. ओके, चलो. The Delhi government will launch the Rozgar Bazaar 2.0 portal that will be a digital job matching platform for entry level jobs in India. ठीक है? Now which government will be doing Rozgar? अब इसको हम कैसे याद कर सकते हैं? जब हमें रोजगार चाहिए होता है तो generally a lot of people move to where? They move to Delhi, right? कि चलो यार दिल्ली जाएंगे, कुछ ना कुछ तो हमारा हो ही जाएगा. ठीक है? So the Rozgar Bazaar is actually, it's a portal, it's an online portal, the second version 2.0. So it has been launched by the Delhi government and it will be like a digital job matching platform. For example, LinkedIn, right? This is LinkedIn hai. Kaisa hota hai LinkedIn? So I'll put in my resume, or I'll put in my skills and everything, my degree and all, and the employer will put in as to what kind of people that company is looking for to be hired, right? So it will be like a digital, like जैसे matchmaking होती है ना, matrimony, ऐसी job matching होती है. ठीक है? Yes, it is actually a very good initiative, and recently, guys, it was done for the laborers as well. Those, if you remember, a lot of the Swades app was there, all right? So a lot of like the laborers and the other skilled and unskilled workers, they had to come back to India during the time of COVID-19, right? They were brought back to the country. So for them as well, it was like an online job matching portal. ठीक है? तो ऐसे ही ये youth के लिए है especially, ठीक है? And it will be like for the entry level jobs in India. ठीक है? So it is done by Delhi government. ठीक है? चलो. और इससे पहले रोजगार 1.0 was also launched in 2020 that served as a useful platform for youth looking for jobs in small businesses, looking like for skilled workers in Delhi. ठीक है? चलो next one. The Indian Coast Guard has commissioned the indigenously built ship Sarthak. Now Indian Coast Guard नाम से समझ रहे होगे, जो इंडिया के कोस्ट को, जो coastline, because India has a very long coastline, right? Whole of the Western Ghat, whole of the Eastern Ghat, right? So the Coast Guard is there. This is like a police of the sea. ठीक है? So the Indian Coast Guard has commissioned an indigenously built ship called as Sarthak. ठीक है? Here you can see. So the ICGS, that is the Indian Coast Guard ship Sarthak, is the fourth ship among the series of 5 OPVs, which are the offshore patrol vessels. Offshore मतलब shore से आगे जो पेट्रोलिंग में हेल्प करते हैं, वैसे vessels, वैसी boats, ships, which are being built by the ICG by Goa Shipyard Limited. ठीक है? So the ICGS Sarthak will be based at Porbandar in Gujarat. You have to remember इसका base कहाँ पे होगा? In Porbandar, Gujarat, and it will operate on the western seaboard. Of course, अब गुजरात की साइड रखा है तो western side को ही monitor करेगा. ठीक है? Alright, guys, ये इसमें you can just go through these, but I did not find something really very relevant, like as in for your exam to be read. So चलो. स्वस्थ महिला स्वस्थ गोवा इनिशिएटिव, ऑफ कोर्स अब गोवा है तो आप समझ सकते हो, बट who has launched it? You We Can Foundation. ठीक है? So it has been launched by the You We Can Foundation in Goa, and this was actually launched by this foundation, and that has been run by the international cricketer युवराज सिंह. ठीक है? UV, अब इसको आप याद कैसे करोगे? UV, देखो इसको ना इन्होंने निमोनिक यूज किया है. ठीक है? Yuvraj ka short name is also UV, and otherwise also if you pronounce this, it will sound like UV. So it's UV. Okay? So you have to remember it's by Yuvraj Singh, this foundation. Okay? And it is actually for, under this initiative, free breast cancer screening will be done through eye-breast devices. Okay? Which is very, very good. Okay, next guys is IBHA. What is IBHA? So FIFA has unveiled the official mascot of the Under 17 Women's World Cup 2022 called as IBHA. You can see over here. ठीक है, तो ये mascots थोड़ा याद रखना, ठीक है? So it is actually to mark exactly 1 year to go until the tournament kicks off. IBHA is an Asiatic lioness representing Narik Shakti or women power. You can see this. So Asiatic lion है, ठीक है, lioness है actually, and of course women power and women empowerment, ठीक है, and the name is given as IBHA. ठीक है, चलो, that was all for national, guys. I know it was not too much, and आज बहुत ज़्यादा है भी नहीं, as I had told you already. So the next now segment, guys, is for the international news. Okay, so the WHO has the malaria vaccine called RTS/AS01. ठीक है, अब ये पूछ भी सकते हैं, नहीं भी पूछ सकते. I'm not like I can't be very assured of this, but still थोड़ा सा दिमाग में रखना, because vaccines are a lot into news because of COVID-19, and you might be given an option that this is one of the latest, needle-less vaccines, this and that for COVID-19. So please remember, RTS/AS01 is for malaria. ठीक है, so it has been actually called by, it has been given by WHO, and the first vaccine was made in 1987 by pharmaceutical company GSK. इसकी ये वाली, ठीक है, not actual real vaccine नहीं, ठीक है, real as in not the whole first vaccine of the world, ठीक है, it's for this vaccine. Okay, so malaria vaccine है ये, and WHO ने इसको recognize किया है, ठीक है. Now this one, guys, there is a question for you all. The Henley Passport Index 2021. Remember, 2022 के first quarter में there have been some changes now in the Henley Passport Index. Earlier, India was, on the rank of 90th. Can anyone tell me that what is the current rank of India? ये मैंने इसीलिए highlight किया because we have to remember the updated version of this news as well. All right. So what is the current position for India? Very good. Yes, it's 83, Z. Okay, it's 83rd. ठीक है? Very good, Pritesh. So if you remember, so it's just in a matter of, let's see, just 2 months, right? So because the first quarter का जो update है वो release किया था recently in January only. So it is on 83rd position now from 90th. So good, right? And the top countries are, can anyone tell me the name of the countries that have topped the Henley Passport Index? Abhi, just I think a few days ago we did again in the Hindu quiz. So can anyone tell me? Very good. Yes, it's Japan. Very good, Shashank. ठीक है? No, Ishwar, it's not Switzerland. It's Japan, and then it's Singapore. ठीक है? So I think you might be confused with Singapore, between Singapore and Switzerland. ठीक है? So it's Japan and then Singapore. ठीक है? Okay, so the European Union will be issuing its first green bond. Okay, so first green bond. For that, you should know what actually a green bond is. So green bond is a debt instrument. देखो, अगर थोड़ा बहुत भी आपका economy background है या generally भी आपने पढ़ा होगा gold bonds, ठीक है, government bonds, ठीक है, तो bonds basically क्या होते हैं? These are instruments of debt. So for example, you are like giving money to someone, ठीक है, and that authority, that institution, in return, it gives you the bonds, just like electoral bonds also, guys. They were into news, remember? Electoral bonds, बहुत controversy में थे. The RBI was also not it was against the electoral bonds, ठीक है. So bonds basically क्या होता है ना कि क्या bond sign कर दिया है क्या, जैसे बोलते हैं ना bond sign कर दिया है क्या मतलब you have given something in writing as an assurance. So for example, I am giving 1,000 rupees. For example, I'm giving 1,000 rupees to some government company, let's say, ठीक है, some government authority, institute or something like government की किसी sector को, ठीक है, मैंने 1,000 रुपए दिए हैं, and now how will this government ensure me that it will repay my money, and how am I supposed to remain assured that I have invested my money here and I will be given it back? So that is a bond. Okay? So basically, when I give money, in return of that, there is a complete writing and signing, a signed document which I get in the return, that on so and so date, so and so money was given by so and so person, shall be returned by this particular time with an interest rate of this and this. मतलब उसके सारे terms and conditions bond में लिखे होते हैं. So that is a bond. Similarly, we have the green bond. So green bond is a debt instrument through which capital, that is money. देखो यहाँ capital इंडिया की, स्टेट की या वर्ल्ड की, इसका कुछ मत समझना. कैपिटल मींस मनी, ठीक है, इकोनॉमिक सेंस में. So it is a debt instrument guys. Similarly, like we have the Negotiable Instruments Act. तो instrument मतलब उन checks को, उन documents को बोलते हैं, ठीक है? So green bond is a debt instrument through which capital is raised, as in money is brought to fund green projects. So whenever any money is raised for any green project, मतलब some sustainable project, कोई solar capacity की कुछ हो सकता है, कोई hydropower project हो सकता है, something like that. So that will be called as a green bond, ठीक है? Yeah, see, Ishwar, what happens is, the bond, agar hum government bonds ki baat kare, so generally what happens is that the interest that you get on the government bond specifically is not very much. Okay? Of course, because the private companies, they tend to, allure the people and bring in more capital by giving them larger interests. But still people many a times prefer to invest their money through government bonds. So because now the reason why they do this is that इट इज गवर्नमेंट, सबसे ज्यादा सेफ आपका पैसा सरकार के पास होता है. नो मैटर व्हाट, द गवर्नमेंट विल रिटर्न योर मनी, ठीक है? देयर आर नो चांसेस, लाइक देखो प्राइवेट में कितनी भी बड़ी कंपनी हो, देयर माइट ऑलवेज बी अ चांस दैट इट माइट गो बैंकरप्ट और व्हाटएवर, ठीक है? यस, सो इट्स द सेफेस्ट पॉसिबल इन्वेस्टमेंट. एंड स्पेसिफिकली गाइज, ऑलवेज रिमेंबर, व्हेन द इकोनॉमी ऑफ द कंट्री इज नॉट इन गुड शेप, people tend to invest more in the government. Always remember. So agar aap koi bole ki at this particular time people are investing more in the government bonds, so how can you, like, what do you think, or how is the health of the economy? It means that the health of the economy is not very good, because people now can only properly trust the government, and the other economic institutions, private companies, they have not remained trustworthy because economy is not stable, ठीक है? So एक तरीके से बहुत ज़्यादा government bond में invest करना भी अच्छा sign नहीं है, because it shows that your economy is not very sound, right? So this is how it goes, and it is the safest possible investment. आपको कमाई कम होगी, but आपको return पक्का मिलेगा. So that's the thing, ठीक है? But that's now altogether a discussion for economy. I know.
I had a question, if that's okay.
Yeah.
ये जो ग्रीन बॉन्ड आपने बोला, एक यही थोड़ा मैं पढ़ रहा था, इसमें थोड़ा एक मॉक टेस्ट का ही क्वेश्चन था. इसको थोड़ा क्लैरिफाई कर देंगे थोड़ा अच्छा रहेगा. ये जो सेंट्रल बैंक्स एंड सुपरवाइजर्स नेटवर्क फॉर ग्रीनिंग एंड फाइनेंशियल सिस्टम, ये कुछ होता है NGFS, जिसमें एशियन डेवलपमेंट बैंक भी था, तो ये भी ऐसा कुछ ग्रीन प्रोजेक्ट वगैरह करते हैं, तो क्या चीज है, अगर थोड़ा कुछ बता सकते अच्छा रहेगा.
To be very honest, I have not read about it, but as a guess, or as much as my understanding I can do is, see, what happens is, there are these international banks, okay? Like for example, as you're talking about the Asian Development Bank, okay? Now Asian Development Bank in particular is one of the banks, jitna maine iske bare mein padha hai, ki it is actually the one that promotes a lot of initiatives, right? Economic sense maybe, otherwise growth maybe, social also, and now of course because climate change is such a problem, so in that as well, right? So in the economic terms, when we talk about the international world, so many times what happens is that many times the countries, all right, or other initiatives in the countries, they need money for as a global thing. जैसे कि होता है कि India and Pakistan तो क्या ही करेगा anyway, मतलब India के साथ, but any country, like let's say India or Southeast Asian countries, now they have come together and they want some initiative to take place for any sustainable project, but of course they need money. अब थोड़ा पैसा तो वो अपने national front से लगा सकते हैं, right? But of course they will need more money, and I think for that such banks or international, such World Bank maybe, or I'm not sure, or IMF also maybe, they come forward and they give money to these countries or such initiatives in the name of green bonds, okay? So if you would want, I can read more on this, because I have not particularly read on this, but I think this could be somewhat the role that the Asian Development Bank might be playing over here, and thus the green bonds might be issued.
Okay, right? Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Okay, so I hope guys green bond or general bonds का भी concept clear है, ठीक है? But I think the SEBI people generally in bonds they might be more interested because it's an important topic for them, but green bond is a topic for everyone, ठीक है? Okay, next one, Global Hunger Index 2021, super duper important, ठीक है? Now 2 things you have to remember over here. Who prepares this index, ठीक है? So it is, I'm sorry, I just forgot to highlight it here. Let me just do it right now. ठीक है, and okay, so it is prepared by Concern Worldwide and there is also a German organization called as Welt Hunger Heil. All right, so ये दोनों मिलके ग्लोबल हंगर इंडेक्स को लॉन्च करते हैं, प्रिपेयर करते हैं. And what is India's position? It is on 101st position out of 116 countries. Now, one thing that I would like to highlight over here is, guys, last year also, if you remember, and even last to last year also, India had a surplus of food grains, if you remember. See, जब आपको याद हो, जब बिल्कुल इनिशियली लॉकडाउन लगा था लास्ट टू लास्ट ईयर मार्च में, सो फॉर द नेक्स्ट 3 months also the food grains were distributed free of cost to a lot of poor people in the country, right? Because the Food Corporation of India had informed that we actually have a lot of grains and they will all go bad if they are not circulated also, because the cold stores are like losing out on their capacity to store that much of that much quantity of grains. Yet, and on the other side, guys, India is one of the largest exporters of rice and wheat. Okay? Still, you can see the condition of India in, the global hunger index. Out of 116 countries, India, being primarily an agricultural country, still is on the rank of 101. Okay? Which means that earlier it was on 94th, and or we have slipped down to 101st. Okay? So in this, there were 8 countries such as China, Brazil, and Kuwait that shared the top rank. And in the previous year, guys, India had performed even worse than Pakistan and Nepal, and Bhutan. Sorry, so usme, what we need to do here is that, can anyone tell me, food grains hai, khana hai, what could be the reason that still India is on such bad position in the global hunger index? Kya reason ho sakta hai? What do you think? I really want you to brainstorm. Take a moment, take 30 seconds, think about it and tell me. Yes, very, very good, Shashank. It's like we need to have proper distribution, right? Now, can anyone tell me that one important scheme that we have in India for the distribution of food grains amongst the poor people? What is the name of that system or that scheme? Jisko hum kya bolte hain? Very good. Yes, Tarun. It is the PDS, that is the Public Distribution System. Okay? And for that, if you remember, recently only we have come up with the One Nation, One Ration Card scheme as well. So that, there is like anyone, like for example, a migrant worker who is maybe, let's say, from Andhra Pradesh, but is now working in Delhi. So uska Aadhaar card mein address aur sab kuch to kahan ka hoga? Andhra Pradesh ka hoga. Okay? So according to the earlier system, he could avail the food distribution services in Andhra Pradesh in that one fair price shop only. But now, One Nation, One Ration Card will actually make it possible for him to avail it anywhere in the entire country. But yes, we have to focus upon that. Agar hamare paas food grains hain, we have hungry people as well. Now, the chain between them is the distribution system, and that is why it has to be strengthened. And we have to make sure that it is least of the food is wasted, and most of it is actually effectively reaching the people who are in need of food, right? So, is tarah se aap thoda sa analytical brainstorming karo. It's very good for you in interviews also, guys. Okay? Because maybe you might be asked something like that, and you should be knowing it. ठीक है? तो इंडिया की पोजीशन याद रखना. ग्लोबल हंगर इंडेक्स 2021 को किसने कौन प्रिपेयर करता है? देयर इज कंसर्न वर्ल्ड वाइड एंड वी हैव वेल्ट हंगर हाइल. ठीक है? तो ये आपको याद रखना है. नेक्स्ट वन, ये हम बहुत बार कर चुके. जस्ट रिमेंबर, अभी रिसेंटली इफ यू नो, द कॉन्फ्रेंस ऑफ पार्टीज 26 वाज हेल्ड. सो वेयर वाज इट? इन ग्लासगो इन स्कॉटलैंड, इन स्कॉटलैंड. ठीक है? तो ये आपको याद रखना है. ठीक है? Chalo. Yeah, guys, this one I have highlighted in a different color is yet again that you can use it in your essays or in your, otherwise answers, that China has passed a new education law with the aim of cutting the twin pressures of homework and off-site tutoring in the core subjects. Off-site tutoring is basically जो बच्चे private tuitions लेते हैं, उसका burden कम हो, वो ना लेने पड़े उनको, और उनका homework का burden भी हो. So उसने new education law जो है लॉन्च किया है. Though it is quite much in lines with the National Education Policy 2020 for India, but yet again we can look up to China for looking at how it is implementing this particular idea, so that maybe we can take good ideas for our own country as well. Okay.
One second, just एक क्लैरिफिकेशन अगर दे देंगे. एक प्रधानमंत्री गरीब कल्याण अन्न योजना करके भी था ना, तो वो अलग है या वो सेम में था? See, Garib Kalyan Anna Yojana, which you're talking about. Yeah, sorry, I had this doubt. Yeah.
it's okay. See, there are actually, I'll tell you what happens is, Pritesh, that general, जो सबसे बड़ा umbrella term है ना, that is PDS, ठीक है? Public Distribution System. Now to enhance this system with every now and then, and what now can be done, क्या हम advancement कर सकते हैं, उनके लिए many a times, these schemes come up. So which you're talking about, the Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Anna Yojana, it is, I'll not say that it is different. The aim goal is same, ठीक है? Similar, मतलब ये हो सकता है कि उसमें कोई particular targeted beneficiaries होंगे, ठीक है? PDS is basically for all the people below poverty line and everything, and those who have that different kind of ration card, right? Now, how are we going to implement the PDS? So it is through schemes like the Garib, Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Anna Yojana, right? So PDS is the vision, PDS is the aim, and such schemes and yojanas are the path through which we have to walk. Okay? So they're not different, they're actually complementing each other in the long run. Okay? Like I'll give you an example. Like, for example, clean energy, clean fuel, healthy environment and everything is our vision. It's our goal. And Ujjwala Yojana, through which we are giving subsidized LPGs, is the route through which we'll pass. Okay?
Got it.
Yeah. Okay, so then we have next one, guys. Global Terror Financing Watchdog. Financial Action Task Force, very important. FATF, it's an international body. Financial Action Task Force. It has two primary aims, guys. I'm not sure if it's written over here or not, but I'll tell you otherwise also. Two सबसे important goals है Financial Action Task Force के. First is to stop or curb any kind of terror financing. Terror financing क्या होता है? Like, for example, there is a war going on between two small nations. Now they are generally they do not have the capacity to fund the guns and all the ammunitions they need, but there might be a hidden interest of some other large nation कि ये लोग लड़ते रहेंगे तो हमारी supremacy बनी रहेगी, या ये लोग लड़ते रहेंगे तो whatever we are extracting from this country we'll get it easier. बहुत सारे reasons होते हैं, right? So they will actually supply money and these ammunitions and everything to the countries. Now this is terror financing. ठीक है? एक होता है general financing for there is a proper war, not that. Terrorist groups है, militia है, जो हमारे Houthis हैं, ठीक है, Saudi and all that area में, ठीक है? If you remember, जो we were reading about the Palestine region, West Bank वाला region, उसमें हमारे जो which group was that, guys? Can anyone tell me? It's just skipping out of my mind. Remember, on the Gaza Strip, the one that was primarily on the Gaza Strip, जिसकी इसराइल के साथ अभी conflict हुई थी. Can anyone just please tell me if you remember? I'm just totally skipping it out. So इस तरह के जो militant groups हैं, उनको finance करना, so that's called as terror financing. Oh, very good. Thank you so much, Tarun. Yes, it was the Hamas. ठीक है? So इस तरीके के Houthis हो गए, Hamas हो गए, all these. ठीक है? So the first primary goal of the FATF is to stop terror financing globally, and the second one is to curb money laundering. ठीक है? Money laundering, आपने सब law वाले हो, सबको पता है money laundering, पैसे की हेराफेरी, पैसे का जो गबन करते हैं लोग, this and that, right? So what it has done is that it has still continued to keep Pakistan on the grey list of countries. Now जैसे इनकी lists हैं, so there is a blacklist also, there is a grey list. So basically Pakistan is still on the grey list. If I'm not wrong, it's on the grey list since last 3 years, guys. I read about FATF for the first time in 2019. And that time also the second statement was that it has put Pakistan on the grey list, and still it is on the grey list. So Pakistan has been given some tasks to be completed. For example, they have to imprison a few of the terrorist leaders over there, and it has to abide by some rules, but it has not been able to do so till date. And so it is still on the grey list. Okay. And it has also added 3 new countries, namely Turkey, Jordan and Mali. Of course, बहुत ज़्यादा यहाँ पे terrorism बहुत ज़्यादा है. ठीक है? So they have also been added to the grey list. ठीक है? So see over here also you can see, Pritish, here is also the Asian Development Bank. I'll read it out to you. So with the placing on the grey list, it is difficult for the countries to get financial aid from any international institutions, ठीक है? Like World Bank, IMF, European Union and the ADB. ठीक है? So what happens is, आप वो ग्रे लिस्ट से बाहर निकलना क्यों चाहेगा? ठीक है, पाकिस्तान में हाँ ठीक है, डाल दो ग्रे लिस्ट में, क्या फर्क पड़ रहा है? नहीं, it will make a lot of transactions very difficult for such countries, because internationally उनके लिए पैसा लेना बहुत मुश्किल हो जाएगा. Even many other countries, they also kind of many times put such grey listed countries on a boycott or on an embargo, जिसको कहते हैं हम एक boycott पे, ठीक है? That we will not literally trade a lot with such countries, ठीक है? तो इसीलिए उसके ऊपर impact पड़ता है, and so in this way they are pressurized to reduce terrorism in their country. Okay. Next, guys, just remember this कि Truth Social, ठीक है, it is a platform and it has been actually initiated by whom, ठीक है. अब नाम तो कोई कुछ भी रख लेता है, so but it is former US President Donald Trump, ठीक है. So he is planning actually to launch. I think it has now been launched if I'm not wrong. So Truth Social, ठीक है. तो उनका एक सोशल मीडिया साइट टाइप की, ताकि वो जो मीडिया और सब कुछ पता नहीं क्या ट्रूथ निकालेंगे, बट जस्ट रिमेंबर दैट इट बिलोंग्स टू ट्रम्प. अब याद कैसे रखोगे, TRU से ट्रूथ भी है एंड TRU से ट्रम्प भी है, ठीक है. This is how you can remember. Next one, guys, the Information and Broadcasting Minister of Bangladesh has inaugurated Bangabandhu. अब ये ना देखो, मैं आपको बता देती हूँ, Bangabandhu जब भी नाम आएगा, Bangladesh will be your safest answer, ठीक है. But you have to remember that this Sambad Kendra, ठीक है, Bangabandhu Sambad Kendra has been launched at Kolkata Press Club, ठीक है. So Bangabandhu, you have to remember who is known as Bangabandhu. Banga मतलब the friend of Bengal, Bangladesh basically, ठीक है. तो बांग्लादेश के friend. So there was this person who had a very important role in the leadership of Bangladesh, and he was Sheikh Mujibur Rahman. ठीक है, can anyone tell me similar name किसी और का भी है who is the daughter of Sheikh Mujibur Rahman and also is the leader of Bangladesh? ठीक है, अच्छा, it might not be launched. Okay, Ishwar. Okay, can anyone tell me? शेख मुजीबुर रहमान से मिलता जुलता कोई नाम है, daughter of Sheikh Mujibur Rahman actually, who is now the leader also of Bangladesh. Very good, Tarun. It's a Sheikh Hasina. ठीक है. So Sheikh Mujibur Rahman was known as the Bangabandhu, that is friend of Bangladesh. ठीक है. So you have to remember this. और इसमें West Bengal से confuse मत होना. ठीक है. Bangladesh is the one. ठीक है. चलो. Now the next one, United States issued the first passport with X gender marker, which marked a milestone in recognizing the rights of people who are not identified as male or female. Very good, very good initiative that now officially also in the passport, a complete new X gender has also been ennominated. Okay. Okay, next one, guys. India and Kyrgyzstan, they held their first strategic dialogue in Delhi. Now, ये बस थोड़ा सा याद रखना है कि India and Kyrgyzstan ही क्यों और इन्होंने ऐसा क्या need हुई? Why did they actually feel the need to come for the first ever strategic dialogue in Delhi? So the reason, guys, is the turmoil in Afghanistan. If you know, India and Kyrgyzstan both share borders with Afghanistan, right? And now Taliban has taken over the entire control of Afghanistan, and the democratically chosen government of Ashraf Ghani has totally been uprooted. ठीक है. So of course अगर कोई टेंशन अफगानिस्तान में इंक्रीज होती है, उसका इम्पैक्ट ना चाहते हुए भी उसकी बॉर्डरिंग नेशंस पे आएगा, and that is why it is always better that the nations are prepared and they are unified to fight such any kind of issues. So that is why India and Kyrgyzstan came together. जैसे ये देख लो, काउंटर टेररिज्म, बिकॉज टेररिज्म तालिबान के नाम के साथ ही आता है. नार्कोटिक्स कंट्रोल, इफ यू नो, अफगानिस्तान इज इन द एरिया ऑफ, कैन एनीवन टेल मी व्हाट इज दैट एरिया कॉल्ड, जहाँ पे ओपियम बहुत होती है, अफीम ओपियम होती है. देयर आर टू इंपॉर्टेंट एरियाज इफ यू रिमेंबर, एंड अनफॉर्चुनेटली स्ट्रेटेजिकली, बट इंडिया इज इन बिटवीन दोस टू एरियाज. सो व्हिच इज दैट? yes Tarun, it's the golden triangle and the golden crescent. ठीक है. So ये जो एरिया है, it actually, I will try to look it into map, I'll try to show you, ठीक है, before the session ends and I'll show you. ठीक है. So इसलिए नार्कोटिक्स कंट्रोल, यानी क्योंकि बहुत ज्यादा इलिसिट और इलीगल ओपियम आ जाता है बॉर्डर्स के थ्रू. देन कॉम्बैटिंग रेडिकलाइजेशन ऑफ कोर्स एंड डिफेंस कोऑपरेशन. ठीक है. Okay, guys, with this, we are done with the international news as well. Okay, though the news points are less, but I think they're very interesting and important. Okay, so I hope bore nahi ho rahe ho. If you guys want, I can take a halt for a minute over here. You can look up and find out if you have any queries or stuff. Or if you're feeling all fine, we can move further. बहुत थोड़ा सा बचा है हमारा, साइंस एंड टेक है, उसके बाद डेट्स, पर्सनालिटीज एंड ज्योग्राफी एंड एनवायरनमेंट.
नहीं, थैंक यू सो मच, प्लीज कैरी ऑन. पूरा शॉर्ट में हम लोग को बता रहे, सो रियली थैंक्स अ लॉट.
Oh, you're always welcome, Pritesh. That's my job. Till then, I'll just search for the golden triangle and the golden crescent, guys. Okay, because I want to show you the picture. Just give me a moment, okay? In one of the newsletters earlier, it was there, but it's not in this one. So it's important, आपको पता होना चाहिए, ठीक है, because इंडिया के लिए बहुत ही दिक्कत हो जाती है, because it's, yes, here it is, guys. Just give me a moment. I hope you guys will be able to see. So जो इंडिया का वेस्ट साइड है, I'll tell you. That's, can you see the picture, guys? I hope you're able to see. ठीक है. So इंडिया के वेस्ट साइड पे जहाँ पे अफगानिस्तान है, ईरान है, that area is the golden crescent, and जो ईस्टर्न साइड है, that's the golden triangle. ठीक है. ये अपने आप एक बार गूगल सर्च भी करके देखना. So आप देखो इंडिया बेचारा फंसा हुआ है दोनों के बीच में. किस किस साइड से वो अपना ओपियम रोकता है, it's very difficult. And guys, it was there in one of the UPSC like civil services के पेपर में भी था कुछ साल पहले, that how do you think that India can fight this. So this is the golden crescent and golden triangle. Crescent जो है ऐसा मून शेप, उसमें ईरान, पाकिस्तान और अफगानिस्तान है, और जो ट्राइंगल है उसमें वियतनाम, लाओस, थाईलैंड और बर्मा है. ठीक है, म्यांमार. ठीक है. So this is important. Chalo, let's move to the next segment, guys. Science and technology. So AIMS, that is All India Institute of Medical Sciences, has launched a bilingual mobile application called as Healthy Smile. अब Healthy Smile है तो नाम से पता चल रहा है कि स्माइल किससे करोगे, मुंह से करोगे, और हेल्दी कब होगा, when you are taking care of the oral hygiene. So it's basically to raise awareness on maintaining oral hygiene among the children. थोड़ा सा याद रखना कि Healthy Smile किससे रिलेटेड है, चिल्ड्रन के लिए है या फिर मे बी इट कैन से ओल्ड एज पीपल के लिए है. तो इट्स फॉर द चिल्ड्रन एंड हैज बीन लॉन्च्ड बाय एम्स. ठीक है, एम है हमारा ये. ठीक है. Next one, guys. South Korea has launched its first ever space rocket called as Nuri. ठीक है. अब यहाँ पे बहुत ही confusion हो सकता है क्योंकि नूरी जो नाम है ना, it's a bit of like a, I would say mystic Islamic kind of name. तो ऑप्शन अगर आएगा तो मे बी अगर मैंने नहीं पढ़ा होता तो मैं भी शायद कुछ और मार्क करती, जैसे यूएई या सऊदी अरेबिया टाइप ऑफ. बट प्लीज रिमेंबर इट्स नूरी. अब इसको याद कैसे कर सकते हो? मैं तो कभी कभी जब इतना कॉन्ट्रडिक्टिंग कुछ होता है तो मुझे वैसे ही याद हो जाता है. बट ऐसे याद कर लेना कि जैसे नॉर्थ कोरिया में वी हैव किम जोंग उन. ठीक है. तो किम जोंग उनकी बहन है. ठीक है. बट बिल्कुल भी किम जोंग उन जैसी नहीं है. ठीक है. वो साउथ कोरिया में रहती है एंड हर नेम इज नूरी. ठीक है. आई नो माइट साउंड वेरी स्टूपिड बट इट आई कैन रिकॉल दिस वे, सो मे बी इट माइट हेल्प यू एज वेल. ठीक है. सो इट्स नूरी. ठीक है. सो इट हैज बीन लॉन्च्ड एज द फर्स्ट एवर स्पेस रॉकेट फॉर साउथ कोरिया. So this is the first rocket that has been completely developed and built in South Korea. ठीक है. तो ये याद रखना. नेक्स्ट, ये सबको पता है, फेसबुक ने अपना नेम और लोगो चेंज कर दिया है मेटा. पता नहीं क्या फर्क होगा उससे, आई डोंट नो, मे बी सम बिजनेस स्ट्रेटजी और स्टफ. ठीक है. सो बस ये याद रखना. ठीक है, कि मेटा किसका नया नाम है. इट्स कॉल्ड एज फॉर द फेसबुक. ठीक है. Okay, the next one, guys, is also very important. Loafer, ठीक है, that is the low frequency array. You can see over here. ठीक है. So it is the world's most powerful radio antenna which has been located in Netherlands. ठीक है. तो कैसे याद रखोगे कि Netherlands में है, कहाँ पे है Netherlands. ठीक है. Loafer, low frequency array. ठीक है. So low frequency array. ठीक है. So it was recently picked up, it had recently picked up signals from planets outside the solar system. ठीक है. So आप कैसे याद रखोगे इसको कि अच्छा, दैट्स अ गुड वन ईश्वर. एंड इसको आप याद रख सकते हो कि जो शायद ये अनिल कपूर की देयर वाज अ मूवी कॉल्ड एज लोफर, इफ आई एम नॉट रॉन्ग. आई एम नॉट श्योर, आई थिंक थी एक मूवी ना लोफर. तो ऐसा याद रखना कि नेदरलैंड्स में जाके उसकी शूटिंग हुई थी. ठीक है. या फिर ऐसा कर लो कि नेदरलैंड्स में जाके मूवी देखी. ठीक है. सो इट वाज इन नेदरलैंड्स, सो लोफर एंड इट इज लो फ्रीक्वेंसी एरे. ठीक है. तो दैट वाज ऑल फॉर साइंस एंड टेक. नेक्स्ट, गाइज, इज डेट्स एंड पर्सनैलिटीज. ठीक है. वैसे इसमें सब कुछ काफी इंपॉर्टेंट था बट आई हैव पिक्ड अप द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट वंस. ठीक है. सो नाउ दीज आर फॉर द नोबेल प्राइजेस. इसके लिए आई विल अगेन सजेस्ट यू गाइस कि प्लीज गो थ्रू दैट कंपेंडियम व्हिच वाज शेयर्ड फॉर द नोबेल प्राइज. उसमें सारा कुछ डिटेल में है. ठीक है. सो जर्नलिस्ट मारिया रेसा एंड दिमित्री,
ये सॉरी कहाँ पर शेयर हुआ था?
Pritish, it was shared in all of the groups. Maybe if you missed it out, I will ask your
please
course anchor. Okay, so it will be circulated again. ठीक है. Okay, so journalist Maria Ressa and Mitri Muratov, they were awarded 2021 Peace Prize. ठीक है. So ये याद रखना, that is basically for defending freedom of expression in Philippines and Russia. ठीक है. Next was for literature, so it has been won by a Tanzanian novelist Abdul Razak Gurna. ठीक है. ये याद रखना. अभी मैं इसलिए इस पे बहुत फोकस नहीं कर रही क्योंकि again and again I'm suggesting कि आप वो compendium ही पढ़ना. ठीक है. Next one, the Nobel Prize 2021 for Physics was awarded to 3 scientists and they were from Japan, Germany and Italy. ठीक है. Names आप याद रख सकते हो, Sokoru Manabe, Klaus Hasselmann. ठीक है. And we have another one, the name, okay, just go through this, okay? And these are from 3 countries, Japan, Germany.
The third one is Parisi.
Sorry, Shwarya?
The third one is Parisi. I don't know his first name, but it's Parisi.
Okay.
The last name is Parisi.
Thank you. I couldn't find it here and I didn't even remember it. Thank you so much. Okay. Ishwarya, yeah, and these compendiums, these full month newsletters are not there on your LMS, but the weekly ones are. ठीक है, ये आपके group में share होते हैं, but this one will be shared right after this class. ठीक है, so don't worry, they'll all be there. And if you remember, I don't know, you might have missed out maybe. A complete Google Drive link was shared a few days ago, जिसमें सारे compendiums थे 2021 के. ठीक है, so if you would want, I'll get that also circulated once again. So you can.
ये अपने को मिला नहीं actually.
Pritish, you are in the SEBI group?
Yeah.
चलो ठीक है, I'll talk to Manish. ठीक है, so maybe because I am not in the SEBI group, so maybe I couldn't keep a track कि वहाँ गया या नहीं.
No problem.
But I'll get it done.
अब बोल दीजिए. Thank you.
Okay. All right, so next one, guys. AIMS Delhi director Dr. Randeep Guleria, okay, he was honored with the 22nd Lal Bahadur Shastri National Award for Excellence, and that has been done in the field of medicine. Okay, so you have to remember this, and this is an important award, Lal Bahadur Shastri Award. Okay, yes, Ishwarya, I'll share the link. I'll get the link shared again. Okay, so वहाँ पे आपको 2021 के सारे compendiums मिल जाएंगे. तो I think it'll be very easy for you guys. Okay, so I'll get it done. Don't worry. Okay, so Dr. Randeep Guleria, he was honored with the 22nd Lal Bahadur Shastri National Award for Excellence, and this was in the field of medicine and pandemic awareness. Okay, the important one because recently हुआ है, and it is उसमें pandemic awareness भी important point है. Okay. Next one, this you have to remember, guys, that who was known as the father of Pakistan's nuclear program. So it was Dr. Abdul Qadir Khan. Okay, and with this it somehow reminds me, can anyone tell me who's called as the missile man of India? Almost quite much similar, though nuclear is different, but missile man of India kisko kehte hain? And similarly, we have Pakistan mein nuclear program, the father of nuclear program, Dr. Abdul Qadir Khan. Basically, he just passed away, he passed away at the age of 85. So you just have to remember the name, okay? And very good, Ishwar. Yes. So APJ Abdul Kalam, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, I myself, I really, really adore him a lot. And I really love his teachings. So he was known as the missile man of India. Yes, Pranika, you're right? APJ Abdul Kalam. Achha, can anyone, by the end of the quiz, without looking onto Google or something, can tell me the full name? Like, is acronym ko pura kar sakte hain?
Abul Pakir Jainuddin Kalam.
Wow. So even before I could complete the question, very good, Pratish. So guys, it was Dr. Abul Pakir Jainur Abidin Abdul Kalam. Okay? So that was the full name, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. Very good, Pratish. Okay? Chalo. Next one, David Card, Joshua D. Angrist, and Guido W. Imbens have been jointly awarded the 2021 Svergies Riksbank Prize in Economic Sciences. That's almost like a Nobel Prize in memory of Alfred Nobel. Okay? So you have to remember this as well. Okay? Baki, again, you can just go through that compendium. Next one, there is an Indian project called as Takachar's Innovation. So that recycles agricultural waste into fuel, has won the Prince William's inaugural Earthshot Prize. And this, guys, is important. Okay? So the name of this prize is Prince William's inaugural Earthshot Prize, okay, which is also called as the Eco Oscars. Okay? So it has been won by the Indian initiative called as Takachar's Innovation. Okay? Yes, Pratish, I also have read Wings of Fire. Actually, I have 2-3 books right back over there, all by Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, and it's a beautiful one. There is another book of, about the governance in India that talks about Vision 2020, and that was also a very good book. So, yeah. Okay, guys, next one is Sandra Mason was elected as the first ever president of Barbados. If you remember, last one also we took that Barbados has become a republic now after 400 years of subjection to being a colony, like to the British Queen Elizabeth. So now it has actually chosen its president, and Sandra Mason has been chosen as the first ever president of Barbados. Okay. Next one, guys. I did not mark it over here, but I don't know, I did though. Yeah. So the Central Vigilance Commission has already now observed the Vigilance Awareness Week 2021. Iska date as such yaad karne ki zarurat nahi hai, but you have to just remember that it was done to mark respect to Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel on his birth anniversary on October 31st. ठीक है? So if you also know, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel is known as the Iron Man of India because of his stupendous role that he had played in unifying India, and the Statue of Unity is also in his regard. So unifying India at the time of independence, because there were more than 500 princely states, and he was the one responsible for bringing them all together and make one unified Bharat. ठीक है? The last segment, guys, geography and environment. So the UNHRC, the United Nations Human Rights Council, has recognized access to a clean and healthy environment as a fundamental right. This yet again very important point that you can quote and write in your essays specifically. Okay? That on the international global front also, the UNHRC has now recognized clean and healthy environment as a fundamental right. Can you tell me that is this already is or not a fundamental right under Indian Constitution? So can you tell me whether a right to like a healthy and clean environment is a fundamental right already in India, nationally at least? What do you think? What do you guys think? Tell me in the chat box quickly. Yes, so Manasa says it's yes, it is. Pranika says no, ma'am, it's not a fundamental right. Okay. Ishwar says yes. And who else thinks it is or it is not? Come on, guys, just open up your opinion. इसमें कोई कुछ कह थोड़ी देगा. अच्छा, Tarun, yes, it's so he says yes, it's there under Article 21. Acha, Pranika says it's covered under fundamental duties. Okay. And Ishwar says it comes under right to life. So guys, yes, it is a fundamental right. Okay? So it is a fundamental right inherent under right to life under Article 21. Very good, Tarun. Okay? So because it makes sense that when we are providing the people as with the right of life, so of course for a proper and good and sustainable life, you need to have a clean and healthy environment. Otherwise, you will not be able to exercise your right to life as well. Right? So inherently it is there as a fundamental right. Okay? And you are also correct, Pranika, that it is there under fundamental duties. But also remember that it is like ये जब मेरी ड्यूटी होगी तब किसी का राइट बनेगा. किसी का राइट है तो उसको प्रोटेक्ट करना मेरी ड्यूटी है. राइट? सो इट्स गोज लाइक अ वाइस वर्सा कॉन्सेप्ट ओवर हियर. ठीक है? सो यू आर वेरी मच राइट दैट इट इज देयर अंडर फंडामेंटल ड्यूटीज टू टेक केयर ऑफ द एनवायरमेंट, लैंड, वाटर, रिवर्स, रिमेंबर फॉरेस्ट एंड एवरीथिंग. With that, it is also the right, a fundamental right. Okay? So always remember it. Okay. Okay. Chalo, let's move further. Okay, the last point for the day, guys. Prime Minister Narendra Modi inaugurated a new state-of-the-art sewage treatment plant of 10 MLD, that is millions of liters per day capacity in Varanasi. ठीक है? तो बस ये थोड़ा याद रखना कि it is like a water cleansing, sewage cleansing plant, and it will be there. It is there in Varanasi. ठीक है? So that was all for the news, guys. Took a long time because we discussed everything in a lot of detail. So with this, I think we can move further with our quiz. Okay? All the best, everyone. Let's see. Okay. Let me know in the chat box. Okay? Let's see the first question. Which of the following BRICS nations made it into the High Ambition Coalition for Nature and People recently? Very, very easy, guys. China, India, Brazil, or all of the above? Very easy. Come on, tell me. What do you guys think? Yes, yes, yes. Very good. Tarun, you're correct. Ishwar is also correct. It's India. और कोई भी आंसर दे सकता है. देखो फटाफट दिया करो आंसर्स. बहुत ज़्यादा बच्चे यहाँ पे तेज हैं, होशियार हैं. ठीक है? So yes, the correct answer is India. ठीक है? तो ये हम पढ़ चुके हैं already. 30/30 initiative भी याद रखना. That is 30% of the protection of the land and ocean by 2030. ठीक है? चलो. Next one, the Nobel Prize 2021 for Physics was awarded to 3 scientists from different countries, which is not among those. Japan, USA, Germany और Italy. कौन सी country से कोई नहीं था? What do you think? हाँ. Others, answer quickly. So Ishwar is saying USA. Guys, आज answer क्यों नहीं दे रहे हो? What's the matter? Answer, come on. बताओ मुझे. I feel very happy when you guys give the right answer. Even if it's wrong, it's okay. Just try to answer. ठीक है? So yes, the correct answer is USA. ठीक है? Very good, Ishwarya. Right? So it's USA. So USA is not amongst those. ठीक है? Germany, Italy, and Japan are. Chalo. The Indian Coast Guard has commissioned the indigenously built ship Sarthak, which is the 4th ship among the series. So basically, it's asking where will it be based at? पोरबंदर, विशाखापट्टनम, गोवा और कोलकाता? Very good. Yes, Pritish. Option number 1. Very good. Pranika, Tarun, Kavya, Ishwarya, all of you are correct. It's Porbandar. Sorry guys, are you able to see it again? I'm really sorry. I don't know, something went wrong with the Wi-Fi. I totally was lost. And I hope you can see me now and the screen also, right? Please let me know in the chat.
आपका वॉइस थोड़ा क्रैक हो रहा है.
Okay, मेरा voice. Give me a moment, guys. Now, is it fine, guys? Please, can you tell me?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, okay. So quickly tell me the answer to this. So it was done in the like as a mark of respect for which of the following famous personalities? Come on, tell me. So the answer is, I don't know what's happening. Yes, it's option number 4, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. Very good. Yes, Pritesh, Tarun, Manasa, all of you are correct. Chalo. This is the one. Let's see the next one. Which of the following state governments launched the Desh Ke Mentors program for schools across the city to provide students with young mentors? Madhya Pradesh, Punjab, Delhi, Lucknow. Super easy. Very good. Yes, yes, yes. Ishwarya, Pranika, Tarun, Manasa, Pritish. It's Delhi. Correct. You can read this. Next one, Dr. Randeep Guleria was honored with 22nd Lal Bahadur Shastri National Award for Excellence for in the field of basically. Your options are medicine, literature, human rights, or economics. What do you think? Yes, very good, Manasa. Very good, Tarun. It's in the field of yes, yes, yes. Kavya, Pranika, all of you are correct. It's in the field of medicine. Okay? Chalo. I think next one. Which of the following tiger conservation organizations won the Earth Guardian Award? Your options are Nagarjuna Sagar Sri Shailam Tiger Reserve, Parambikulam Tiger Conservation Foundation, Jim Corbett National Park, or Sariska Tiger Reserve. Remember the not-for-profit thing? Very good. It's option number 2, the Parambikulam Tiger Conservation Foundation. Very good, guys. Let's see. Nuri is a space rocket launched by, बहुत easy है, Saudi Arabia, China, South Korea और Japan. देखूं तो जरा confuse हो रहे हो कि नहीं? Yes, very good. So it's option number 3, South Korea. ठीक है, Saudi Arabia नहीं है, इस तरह का कोई भी country नहीं है. It's South Korea. ठीक है, it's the first indigenously built, this space rocket by South Korea. ठीक है. Okay, guys, this was the last question for today. I am done with this. So I hope...
लोफर वाला आंसर क्या था?
लोफर वाला इसमें क्वेश्चन नहीं था, वो नेदरलैंड्स था.
नेदरलैंड्स, राइट.
ये याद रखना कि बहुत सारे लोफर लोग नेदरलैंड्स पहुंच गए हैं, या फिर लोफर मूवी नेदरलैंड्स की सिनेमा में लगी है, कुछ भी याद कर देना. ठीक है, इट वाज नेदरलैंड्स. ठीक है. Okay, guys, I am sorted for today, I guess. I hope you guys liked the session. ठीक है. Yes, Aishwarya, I think these are more than enough. And if you're reading newspapers, तब तो भाई मतलब सोने पे सुहागा. ठीक है. So I don't think इससे ज़्यादा कुछ आएगा इसके बाहर. तो इनको अगर आप diligently cover कर रहे हो with daily newspaper reading, it's more than enough. ठीक है. So yes, guys, thank you so much for joining in. One-liners आते हैं CLAT में, प्रणिका. Factual questions काफी, like from the last 2 years, like I'm seeing the pattern. So I think in the last one or last to last, there was a particular question on one of the points in Ladakh and the Pangong Tso Lake, because it was into news because of the India-China clash off. So one-liners and factual questions भी आते हैं CLAT में. ठीक है, तो थोड़ा सा you will have to recall that stuff. ठीक है. So anything else, guys? कोई doubt है तो आप मुझसे पूछ सकते हो, या फिर next class में पूछ सकते हो. I'll get the Google Drive link, the compendium for the Nobel Prizes, and I'll get this one compendium also circulated on your groups. ठीक है? So I'll get that done, and I think I'll sign off if you do not have any other queries. Yeah. And Ishwar, what are you asking? How to be what? Let me know. Okay. And how to be God? Are you asking how to be God or good in something? Because I have absolutely no idea of your first question, so I can't help you with that, right? So okay, guys, I think I'll just sign off. Thank you so much for joining, and next we will have class. I think it's on the next Tuesday. ठीक है, and join over there. We'll be covering September current affairs then. ठीक है. So take care, everyone. Thank you so much for joining in. And if there's anyone who has joined us through YouTube Live as well, thank you so much for being there. And we hope you learned something out of it. And yeah, thank you so much, everyone. Bye-bye.